Talking oil still, because the crude crunch continuing, industry heavyweights meeting in the Middle East with the ADPEC oil conference underway in Abu Dhabi, and Peter McGuire from XM is there now. He joins us via the phone. Peter, great to have your company on the program. What's sort of, I guess, the main theme of this conference? What are you hearing most? I guess the fall in the oil price, no doubt, is front and centre.
Well, exactly, Ingrid. Good afternoon. You know, a couple of things. It's just quite fascinating. You saw that news come out on the weekend. Sunday was the meeting. They're going to cut production as far as OPEC. They thought it was a bit of a good news story. Crude bounced a little bit on Monday, and the market was like, oh, we're going higher. Then all of a sudden, Tuesday, absolutely got smashed, and it's just been a one-way traffic since then. Look, there's a little bit of consolidation, and we're just waiting to see what impact OPEC are going to move forward over the next matter of days, if there's going to be another announcement moving forward.
Is there consensus there that we'll continue to see a fall in oil prices? What's the sort of consensus you're hearing from speakers at the conference about whether we'll see, supply outweigh demand, or how that supply story is looking for oil right now?
Well, a couple of things. First off, you've got the IEA. They're sticking to their previous global demand forecast moving forward, which, and over that's not unusual for the rest of 18 and 19. So from the big picture scheme, I think that everyone's got very much a view. The other side, of course, is that strengthening US dollar. What is happening as far as the crude coming out of the States? And that really has been a bit of a disruptor. So there are so many moving parts. We think that there's certainly downside pressure for crude, and it's going to be a very fascinating lead up to the 6th of December meeting in Vienna for OPEC.
When you say downside, do you see significant downside for crude, or just a slight downside from where we're sitting? Because we've fallen quite significantly from the highs just a month ago.
Well, exactly right. You're down about 24 to 26%. I think it's probably got the potential for WTI to breach 52. I think there's further pressure. Brent will fall in tandem with it. I just think that there's further push to the downside. I think that, there's many short positions being taken. The big hedge funds are playing with it, banks and so on, and I just think that there's further downside. So, I might be wrong by $1 or $2, Ingrid, but I've been around a fair while, and these markets are very, very volatile.
So that meeting, you were talking about it earlier in Vienna and the significance of it. We're hearing so much speculation, so many rumours about what exactly will happen at that meeting. What will the market like to hear?
I think what they'll want to hear is, first off, a cut in production. There's going to be a uniformed approach from OPEC and the super OPEC members. And then whether President Trump is happy with the current price of crude, and maybe it edges up a few bucks from here. But there's certainly pressure from the White House. The Khashoggi issue hasn't been put to bed, figuratively. And, of course, the other side is what's happening on a big picture into 19 from a demand side. US crude's at record highs, and then you've got Russia as an outlier. So there's so many different factors at play, and I think at 19 is going to be a, $50 crude sort of number. 55 will be the headline number, I'd say.
Well, there you have it. A bit of almost bearish view on oil there, Peter, but we'll leave it there with you. Enjoy the rest of the conference. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, Ingrid.